Hello and welcome to GeekAtPlay Studio Tutorials. Another great addition to Vue 9 was its addition of the hyperblob. Hyperblob is when you create a normal blob from the different objects, kind of link them together in different shapes, and let's look on this. So right here, for example, we have a sphere, we have it cone, cylinder, cone. Okay, and let's go ahead and just drop them down. Maybe I want to connect like this. Okay, so in previous I can connect them and I'm go ahead create blob, and you can see right here we have it kind of blob looking from them. What is interesting was introduced in Vue 9 is then you can create hyper blob, which is meaning blob, just by using also hypertexture volumetric type. So in this case you can create very interesting rocks. And again, this is just overview how we can create. We will have it in-depth tutorials where we can explore more with the function editor and other options, how we can create very realistic rocks. So let's disable this, and to create hypertexture blob, all we will need to do is a right click. So you can notice left click, create meta blob, and right click, create hyper. Right here we have it options. Then if you want to replace materials with already default hypertexture, or if you want to use it original. So for example, let's replace it. You'll notice at this point we lose some details, but we have this kind of rock looking. So of course we can go inside the materials and modify it. Example, if we want increase density, and in preview you can see how in use a depth of example right here. Okay, and you can see with modifications how we already created very nice texturic hypertexture blob. Again, this is kind of experiment for you. You can go ahead, play around, try to work, but how I said before, we will have a set of tutorials that going more in depth with using function editor and other options to create realistic realistic rocks by utilizing hypertexture blobs. Thank you for watching this tutorial from GeekAtPlay Studio. Please remember visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.